Loch Ness is home to a mysterious monster lurking under its rippling surface. Scotland is famous for many things, including bagpipes, kilts, haggis, and the Loch Ness Monster. A trip to Scotland would not be complete without experiencing these things. The legend dates back to the 6th century and has been the subject of many possible sightings throughout the centuries. Find out how it began and what has kept it going. Today we'll discuss the legend of the Loch Ness Monster. In addition to being the largest body of water in the British Isles by volume, Loch Ness also contains a lot of mysteries. Because of its size and depth, many scientists have concluded that the Loch Ness Monster is nothing more than a myth after expeditions and studies have been conducted in nearly every decade since the 1930s. Hoaxes and publicity stunts have been used to mask many sightings. Theorists and monster hunters still insist that something lies beneath the depths, and they are determined to seek it out. A mystery that has endured in popularity for over 1,500 years is the Loch Ness Monster, also known as Nessie. The Loch Ness Monster. Nessie resides in Loch Ness Lake, a 23-mile-long lake with a 788-foot depth in the Scottish Highlands. Tourism efforts in the surrounding village, Inverness, have helped maintain the legend's desirability, insisting the creature still exists regardless of evidence to the contrary. It was in 565 AD that a monster first appeared at Loch Ness. Saint Columba, an Irish monk, came across a group of people burying a man near the River Ness while he was traveling through Scotland. A monstrous water beast attacked the man while he was trying to cross the river. According to the men, as an experiment, Columba asked one of his followers to swim across the river. Having stepped forward, Columba made the sign of the cross and told the monster to do not go any further and do not touch the man. The monster returned to the wilderness. Despite not being seen again until the 1800s, the monster still exists, and interest in it only began in the 1930s. The Inverness Courier reported on May 2, 1933, that a local couple saw a huge animal rolling and plunging on the surface. In 1933, a new road was constructed along Loch Ness shore, giving drivers a clear view of the loch. A circus offered a £20,000 reward for capturing the Loch Ness Monster, which became a media phenomenon. There was a steady increase in interest after the 1933 sighting, particularly after another couple claimed to have witnessed the creature crossing the shore road on land. The Daily Mail, a British newspaper that hired big game hunter Marmaduke Wetherell to capture the beast, sent reporters to Scotland. The Daily Mail carried the headline, "Monster of Loch Ness is not legend but a fact," following days of searching the loch by Wetherell. There were many sightings following, and the famous surgeon's photograph was taken in 1934. We know and love Nessie because of the photo of a dinosaur-like creature, which sparked several theories about what the creature was, how it came to exist in the loch, and how it came to be there. A number of scientists speculated about Nessie's resurgence as a plesiosaur, a dinosaur believed to be extinct in the ocean. Based on the surgeon's photograph, Nessie, however, has been frozen solid during the last few ice ages, so it's unlikely that a plesiosaur could survive there. Because of this, many agree that Nessie is actually a serpentine whale, an archaeocyte. Despite the presence of some witnesses, there are others who have ruled out the presence of a creature at all, saying that Nessie is nothing more than a sight, an oscillation of water at the surface of the loch caused by colder river water flowing into the warmer loch water. One of the many explanations for the appearance of the monster is the general belief that sightings are the result of simple misidentifications, either of animals such as birds or fish, or inanimate objects such as driftwood. Despite these theories, the legend of the Loch Ness Monster has not been dampened by any of these theories, and there are still many people who search for it on the shores of Loch Ness to this day. Many believe that the Loch Ness Monster is a result of old folklore tales that were created to prevent children from being exposed to water. Many lakes have monsters that function this way. Many Scottish tales tell of monstrous water horses, known as kelpies, that try to drown their victims. According to scientists, the description of Nessie evolved over history, evolving from a simple water horse to a plesiosaur. Nevertheless, to further examine, several British universities launched expeditions to Loch Ness in the 1960s, using sonar to search the deep. Amateur investigators kept an almost constant vigil. Sonar operators did not find any conclusive findings, but they detected large moving underwater objects they couldn't explain during every expedition. During an expedition to Loch Ness in 1975, Boston's Academy of Applied Science combined sonar with underwater photography to produce a photo that, after enhancement, appeared to show the giant flipper of a plesiosaur-like creature. Sonar expeditions in the 80s and 90s revealed further tantalizing but inconclusive findings. As the 1990s wore on, it was revealed that the infamous and perhaps original viral image had been a fake. As soon as it was discovered that the famous 1934 photo was a hoax, tourists and professionals as well as amateur investigators were eager to discover the truth behind the Loch Ness Monster legend. Do you believe in this monster? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.